right, boys, we made it. Friday.
Together we made it.
The flamingest of the dragonist of the Fridays.
Yep. We did make it.
How y'all feeling this morning?
Man, I feel pretty good.
Good, I don't care.
We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. We'll see how high the collusion is today. What's our collusion level at?
I may not even acknowledge his existence.
You say that.
He says that every Friday, then
he puts a line out there and just
I'm just going to look at you. When I'm talking to him, I'm going to look at you. Maybe that's the trick.
Okay.
Right? Because if you're on audio, that's not affecting you. Right?
But then a caller calls in and you get excited and you're like, well, blame
that's the thing.
Well, that's when I'm going to lock it in even more.
Okay.
Like it's going to just be a progression of me locking it in even further.
Me and the Booster Club,
over and over again.
The intricacies we have of our spy network is just it's on another level.
And I get accused.
Why
you're the French,
man?
So
you just admitted to being a spy network.
Yeah.
For America,
literally the worst spy ever.
What are y'all going to do about it? Nothing.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nothing.
Despite the rumors, USC coach Lincoln Riley is still alive. UFC 299 is absolutely stacked. Mike Tyson's going to fight Jake Paul this summer, and we got its mid coming down the pipe. I'm Jake Crane, and welcome to the Flamin' Dragon edition of Crane & Company, even though it's probably a cat.
Definitely a cat.
Now, when you typically hear that someone in their 20s is going to be fighting someone in their 50s, you call the police. But we actually have a legitimate fight between the old vet Mike Tyson and YouTube star turned boxer Jake Paul July 20th on Netflix. And while he isn't exactly a role model outside of the ring, there's no way I'm not rooting for Mike Tyson to knock Jake Paul out in the first round. Now, people are going to sleep on Mike Tyson because of his old age, and his last attempt at a fight wasn't exactly beautiful, but this just feels different. And nobody obsesses like Tyson. It's not like he's forgotten how to box either. I mean, he's a legitimate headhunter. Unlike anything that Jake Paul has seen up to this point. This isn't some MMA fighter that's trying to box, and even though it was a pretty good match last time, his fight against Fury, who's an actual boxer, ended up with a split decision loss. Now, he may knock his lights out early. We're going to see. But to put it plainly, Mike Tyson is insane. And he knows the whole world's going to be watching. And if we had to pick one old dude to go out there and fight, Mike is definitely him. And there's just something about the idea of one of these YouTube streamers getting knocked out or taking a right hook from the vet Tyson. Just feels right. Now, the only way it could be better is if instead of fighting Jake Paul, Mike Tyson could fight Jack Doherty, because that dude is the absolute worst. But go light his ass up, Mike. I'm going to be rooting for you, you crazy psycho. Speaking of another crazy psycho who's really not crazy, but maybe a little bit psycho because you have to be to play quarterback, David Cohn. And then the guy sitting to my right, play the graphic, and I'm done acknowledging his existence. Play it. I am Dragon.
This is flaming dragon.
Earth, wind, fire, 1.5. One and you hear that, Jake?
David.
Jake.
David.
Jake.
David.
1.5.
David. Mike Tyson.
I'm Team Tyson.
I'm Team Tyson all the way.
Who's not Team Tyson?
I don't know how you couldn't. Look, again, I don't agree with the way Mike Tyson has handled stuff in the past outside the ring. Obviously, I don't even feel like I have to.
Or inside the ring. Or bite those ears.
Listen, we remember. It's the last time I remember caring about boxing.
Yeah.
But, dude, I'm pumped for this. This is like a mixture. Mike Tyson is like a mixture of Rocky and The Longest Yard into one.
Obviously, I'm Team Tyson here. The rest of the world, I don't know. The Vegas odds are in. Jake Paul, minus 360.
Good.
Tyson going off at plus 300.
Have you seen the highlights of Mike Tyson, though? Sparring?
Yes, I have. And obviously the Roy Jones Jr. fight, which I do want to read this really quick from the Roy Jones Jr. fight, said he wanted to get back into boxing because he took a psychedelic drug known as toad venom, and that played a part.
Oh, wow.
He said, I took the medicine.
Turn the frogs.
Medicine told me to get in shape, referring to the psychedelic 5 MEODMT during an interview with an official weigh-in. It really blew my mind. It told me to come back and start getting in shape. So that's what you're dealing with there, Jake Paul. I'm a little worried. Are we going to just get in there and just patty cake for a little bit so that everybody can get the pay-per-view dollars, then they hug it out and we're done? Are these guys really going to throw hands?
I don't think anybody can tell Mike Tyson to do that, and he'll actually do that. Okay. Like, who's in there? Who's the guy that's going in there telling Mike Tyson, hey, I need you to just hang out a little bit. It's just a showing for you. I'm just to the point now where, and look, do I really got anything against Jake Paul? Do I love Jake Paul? No. Am I one of these fanboys of Jake Paul? No. I don't hate the guy, but I just, maybe because I was too young when Mike Tyson was really like going through like the generational step that he took, I just want to see him connect one time and just see what happens. Because I was watching the sparring session, and I guess I'll bring this guy in over here. I was watching a sparring session with Tyson. He catches him one time, he's going to spin his head around. I mean, it's an owl situation.
I mean, you're fighting a 57-year-old man.
The 57-year-old.
That's what you're doing. You're fighting an old man. I mean, for Jake Paul, from a business standpoint, I mean, this is a win-win.
It's on Netflix, dude. I'm going to watch it.
Win-win, man. If you win, you beat Mike Tyson. If you lose, hey, man, you lost to Mike Tyson.
Man, I actually agree with that. I agree with that because the people coming out after him saying, oh, well, all you did was beat a 57-year-old. It's like, it's still Mike Tyson.
It's Mike Tyson.
So that's going to offset the age just from a PR standpoint.
Yeah.
And if he beats him, we'll never hear the end of it from this.
No.
We'll never hear the end.
He'll retire. He'll retire.
You think so? Well, my question is, will he retire if he loses to him? At what point does he just go away?
Well, here's, you say, oh, you lost to Mike Tyson. You would be losing to an old man, though. Like
if you got knocked out, it'd be a bad look.
Oh, like it could go. I don't think it's just an all across the board, regardless of what happens. Now, win for Jake Paul. He's going to make a lot of money, right? Regardless. But you get knocked out by someone that's almost 60. I don't know how you can ever talk trash, even though it is Mike Tyson. Even though it's Mike Tyson.
Final.
Broke
my back.
I don't think it's ever when it comes to Jake Paul, like the kid's so used to bad looks, it's almost a good look.
Oh.
Not when you've gassed yourself up like this.
He gassed himself up every fight. He was beating up old guys who were tired out of the UFC and lost to the one boxer. Lost to the one boxer he has fought, but yet his next fight is against Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Nate Diaz.
It doesn't matter if he wins or loses, gets knocked out, doesn't even make it to the ring. People are dumb enough to watch this.
No, dumb enough to. I'm going to watch it because to see what's going to happen.
You're not going to watch it?
No, I'm not going to watch it.
You're not going to watch such a lie.
I am not going to watch it.
That's such a lie.
I haven't watched
one
of Jake Paul's fights.
You're not going to watch Mike Tyson.
I haven't watched one of them.
But this isn't a Jake Paul. This is a Mike Tyson fight.
It's a Jake Paul fight.
No,
Mike Tyson's top billing.
No, it's not.
I don't care what the odds are.
That's so disrespectful to put Jake Paul ahead of Mike Tyson.
I'm not putting him ahead of Mike Tyson.
Well, then how's it not a Mike Tyson fight?
It doesn't matter what you put. Who's top billing? Like, this is how boxing matches work. Like, it's Canelo versus whoever. Floyd Mayweather versus whoever. This is going to be Tyson versus Jake Paul.
They asked Pacquiao. They told him about the fight that got announced, and he said Jake Paul's got no chance. I'm just telling you, Mike Tyson is about to drop this.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It may be closer, but it is crazy to think that there are elite boxers in their primes right now. Canelo just announced a fight for May, too, like the annual Cinco de Mayo fight.
Nobody really cares.
I can't remember the last time I've even watched a boxing match.
No, this stuff's hurting boxing.
I don't know, though. Is it? Because
we're talking about it. When will we ever talk about boxing?
About, like, Jake Paul, like you're saying, well, it's a money, like Jake Paul is going to make a lot of money regardless of what happens in the ring. Is it almost good for boxing because it's giving a matchup that people at least want to see? That's what I'm saying. Like, with the Canelo fight that got announced, we wouldn't be talking about that today.
No, it's boxing is PR. You have one of the greatest boxers of all time, regardless of the stuff on the periphery. Yes, he's 57, 58 years old, but he's about to fight a YouTube stream. This is like celebrity deathmatch, dog. Like, this is what this is fantastic.
Maybe
this is what I want. Like, if they announced that all of a sudden Bobby Flay was going to fight, I don't know, some like Bill Burr or something, I would watch that.
See,
I just want to watch boxers box.
No, you don't. When is the last boxing match you watched?
Which boxers do you want to watch box, though? Because that's the number one problem with boxing. because there's no like singular entity, we don't get the matches that we want to see. I mean, even the Floyd Mayweather-Pacquiao matchup, it took years when Pacquiao wasn't even in his prime anymore for us to get that matchup. We don't get it because there's so many different promoters. We don't have to deal with that in the UFC. All the best fights, like Dana matches those fights up. This is one of those things where it's like, oh, this is a fight that people would actually want to watch. We don't have to deal with different promoters and different leagues and all that stuff.
Let's
just
put it on
make
Netflix.
The fight and put it on Netflix.
Yeah.
And people watch it. As long as they really go at each other. I don't want a Savannah Banana situation where we're just up here to like, hey, let's just drive up the pay.
Well, like Mike Tyson breaks out
Pat and break dance in the ring and then take everybody's money, and it's a robbery situation. Am I wrong?
I can't wait to watch this. I can't wait. I have never been this excited about a boxing match.
Wow. That's wild.
Really, when's the last boxing match you watched?
Oh man, let's see. I guess I watched Fury when Fury fought a couple fights ago, like right before he retired the first time. I watched that one.
You know the last one I watched?
The one I got the most excited about was when Triple G and Canelo fought. But because I didn't agree with the outcome of the first one, I wasn't really excited to see the Canelo Triple G 2.
You know the last one I watched? Creed 4. Or that's the last one.
So just movies.
Yes. I haven't watched an actual real-life boxing match in so long, but I will watch this one.
Actually, I watched Floyd and Conor. I watched Floyd and Conor fight. I can't remember what year that was. A couple years ago.
Yeah, that was probably the most hyped one other than that I can. And listen, I know people follow Canelo, and I'm not saying it's not impressive. I mean, the Pacquiao-Mayweather, I remember that too, but I don't know. Something about this just jumped off the page. We want to know what you think, and who are you rooting for? Are you Team Tyson? Are you Team Jake Paul? It's going to be interesting either way. But we're all Team Raycon here, all right? If you want the best headphones in the business, they're anything but ordinary. They're sleek. They're comfortable. They're designed for the ultimate audio experience, and they aren't just a tool. They're a mood enhancer. That's right, just like Crane & Company in your mornings. A companion that transforms anything we use them for. It's like an extension of ourselves, and here is why we're obsessed with it. David and also Flaming Dragon. The optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit, ensuring a snug fit without any discomfort, and it gives you 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life. That's a long run. That's a Boston Marathon type run. You can listen to them the whole time. And you can use it in the gym, obviously, whenever. It is the best option if you're going to try and get the ultimate audio experience. Don't go after the crazy price stuff. There's a great deals on Raycon. And if you go to buyraycon.com/booster today, you get 15% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. That's BUYRAYCON.com/booster to score 15% off and free shipping. Again, that's buyraycon.com/booster. Best earbuds out. Tell them, D.
Hey, right here. Go get them right this second and have a great weekend with them. That's what I say.
Yeah, I love that. That was a good parting thought by you. buyraycon.com/booster. And also, we're going to put the link for merch in the chat. So go buy some, or we're going to send Mike Tyson to your house to see how good you are.
You got him on speed dial?
Yeah, he owes me one. Saved his tiger. All right, let's get to the Booster Club.
Tigers
that guy
about?
over there.
What were you singing, Dave?
What do tigers dream about?
There you go.
When they take a little tiger snooze. Isn't that how it goes?
I love it. All right, Chad, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. 1.5. So 1.5 today. Make sure you keep them under control. These two guys are in the control room. Collusion is out. We're going to start it off with Chris. Chris, what is up? If you told me 10 years ago that Jake Paul would eventually become a halfway decent boxer, I would have called you crazy, but I really think he is okay.
No, he's definitely okay. He's better than what I thought. I agree with that 100%. I'll give the man his flowers. I thought he put up a good fight against Fury. I thought it was better than fighting one of the Diaz brothers whose brains have basically turned into pudding after all the fights that they've had. Honest question though, have you ever seen anybody deliver beatings but take the beatings that the Diaz brothers take? Like if you go back and watch some of their fights, I mean it's brutal. Like, I've never seen somebody get punched in the face so much and, still be able to go to work. Or not, drive a van with their teeth. It's impressive.
Let's go to Mike RFF. It's a lifestyle, baby. Hashtag Ask Crane & Company. What would be your dream boxing fight? Fighters or celebrities?
Joe Biden, Donald Trump. Straight up boxing match.
That'd be a good one.
You want to talk about Netflix?
Yeah. Talk about views, man.
That's how we should determine it.
People were already going to see them tune in to debate on Joe Rogan's episode. Remember last cycle?
Dude, I would watch that.
Now, if they actually fought?
Like physically? It may last a minute and a half, maybe. But that's, I was going to make a joke, but I'm not going to.
Dream boxing match. That's tough. I have to think about that. Let's go to Lee Thompson. Lee, what is up? Saw Tyson and Lennox Lewis in Memphis actually in the ring. Great story for another time. Tyson was short as hell, but is the scariest sight I have ever seen.
Something about this just makes me think that, Mike Tyson's over here taking toad venom that's telling him to fight. What's he taking now? Like, we just drinking antifreeze and staring at crossword puzzles? Like, I don't know.
All right, let's go to Brian Hall. Brian, what's up? My bet is on Tyson. What if this is a promo to remake Mike Tyson Punch-Out? Jake might come out with a blue/green shorts and a black tank top with a Mac shirt on the front of it.
That'd be genius. Now you're playing 4D chess. Now we're getting into wow, Prodigy territory type stuff. That'd be brilliant.
All right, let's go to Michael from Texas. I hope Paul talks trash. Not the way, and Tyson pulls out an ear-shaped candy and eats it in Paul's face. This thing's going to be something to watch.
I think he's going to care. That's the thing. I think Mike Tyson's really going to care. And if he really cares, that's a scary endeavor. Just knowing that he's thinking about you, that's... Mike Tyson walked in here right now. He's like, Jake, Crane, I'm fighting you. Like, hey, man, let me just help you out fight Jake.
How much would you do it for?
$100,000.
$100,000 you'd fight him?
I get knocked out for $100,000.
I'm going to need to get into seven figures.
You wouldn't do it for $100,000.
I'm going to need to get...
you give me $100,000, I will flop my ass off.
I wouldn't even need to flop. Just, all right, man, just one time. Just come on, right here.
No, flopping. I don't want to get hit by Mike Tyson.
I got to sell it.
I'm gonna catch a cramp right when I walk in the ring. Call
my
it.
Achilles again.
No,
Call
I'm
it.
talking about rounds. You got to go rounds with him. No running around.
I don't know if I could make
How
it
many
go around
rounds?
with Mike
Huh?
Tyson.
How many rounds?
Either 5 rounds or until he knocks you out.
I don't think either.
5 rounds?
knock him
I
out.
want at least $500K.
Yeah, I here's the thing. Unless he's going to help, I don't know how I'm getting through 5 rounds.
I do.
None of us is getting through a round with Mike Tyson.
I'm going to run around the ring and scream for my life for 5
That's the only way. The
on
retreat
national
method.
television.
You got to go Owen Wilson behind enemy lines.
Oh, let's go to Oh Danny girl. Hey Danny, I'm with Flaming Dragon on this one. Jake Paul has made a living on being an attention seeker. It is a JP fight because any attention is better than none. Just a battle of relevance for both of them.
If you're new to the chat too, throw a question, comment in there. We're going to give you a shout out. All right, let's move on.
Despite President Biden's remarks at the State of the Union last night, Lincoln Riley lives. He does live.
Let's
The
play
coach at
this.
USC.
I'd be a winner, not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of the thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand.
Let's just imagine. Let's just imagine last night. You're Lincoln Riley.
It's the off season.
You're sitting in your mansion, probably alone, cooking some brisket or attempted to, just wondering, hey, can we get the defense right? I'm losing a generational talent, probably at quarterback, probably the number 1 overall pick, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, on the bottom line of ESPN is Lincoln. The president says Lincoln Riley's dead.
Dead, trending.
Dead. Lincoln Riley dead. Your wife calls, his phone had to be exploding. You want to talk about or the poor PR person.
The SID.
That thought maybe this could be the couple of weeks where I can just relax.
Get some sleep.
Maybe see some family members. I mean, it said Lincoln. Like Lincoln Riley. Like was 100% his name, but we did a welfare check. Apparently Lincoln Riley is totally fine. So we're very, very excited
This
about
is
that.
just bad, man. This goes from bad to worse.
Well,
It goes from bad to worse.
To me, it's
worse, sir.
It's funny. Like, it's funny now to think. I just think about Lincoln Riley again. Like, maybe you're heating up some leftovers for dinner. You and the wife just got in an argument about something, private school or something. Maybe the bananas aren't ripe yet at the farmer's market. I don't know. And then just all this. Maybe you got the State of the Union on in the background, right? Maybe watch some college hoops. USC's playing. They played last night. And just all of a sudden you just hear your name. That's just got to be wild.
I mean, FD, I know they were bad on D last season, but dead?
It's always funny to slowly watch the amphetamines wear off Joe Biden through the State of the Union.
Well, no, I know Vyvanse.
You slowly watch the drugs wear off and he stumbles. You're Lincoln Riley. I mean, are we sure he's alive? Are we sure?
My sources
are we
told me
100
he's
on
alive.
it?
I checked with sources, and they said, hey, Pulse.
Really?
Defense, I don't know about.
Yeah.
No, definitely not Pulse. Been dead. Never been alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be alive to die.
Wild stuff. Just catching strays in the State of the Union.
It's like, dude, can we just, you're going to the Big Ten. You got to go to what, Iowa in November?
Yeah.
It's just, like all of a sudden a red dot's just on your sweatshirt. Find out you're really behind the North Koreans.
All right, next one up here for reaction. The Broncos have released Justin Simmons. Seems like they're just clearing house here.
That's what it seems like to me.
A couple days after Russell Wilson. Is this a complete rebuild for the Broncos?
Well, does Sean Payton want to sit here and go through a complete rebuild, which, you can flip the house quick in the NFL with the way it's structured, with free agency, obviously, and the draft, if you do it right, just look at what C.J. Stroud did. But again, if this is going to be Sean Payton's last hurrah, which I would guess it is, you want to build this team in the image that you want. You want to have, as much control over the variables that you can. We talked about this yesterday with college football, but I don't blame them. Look, we've seen rebuilds work before. You look at baseball, you look at the Braves, look at what the Royals did on their way to win the World Series. So I get Sean Payton wants to do it his way with his roster, with his guys. But yeah, it seems that way. It's just how much patience does Sean Payton have?
What about Patrick Surtain? They have to keep him, right?
Yeah.
Or are they going to move off from him?
No, yeah, you're definitely keeping Pat Surt on the case. He's one of the best top 5 corners in the league, in my opinion. He needs to stay healthy. But I do think if you're doing this in either Broncos, it shows the belief that they have in Sean Payton. I'm the George Patton, the general manager for the Broncos. Do think Sean is the guy for them because this is an obvious rebuild, right? You're going to take a quarterback in the draft. I don't know if the Broncos will move up to get a guy. So I do think they're sitting at 11. And so you can get the Bo Nix or the Michael Penixes. But Justin Simmons is one of the best safeties in the league. Couldn't stay healthy. I believe he was there for almost 6 or 7 years. It's going to get a great get for somebody. But right now, the Broncos are in the definition of rebuilding mode. But they do obviously believe in Sean Payton, so he's going to be the guy that takes charge and does it.
Broncos fans, call in today. Let us know what you think. Is Denver rebuilding? All right, I want to talk about this story that Clay Travis was tweeting out from Camden, New Jersey, about the basketball teams that played. So there was a team that clearly lost video evidence on a last-second shot, but the refs incorrectly ruled that the shot was late. And Clay put out this poll. I thought it was a great poll. Would you advance and play if you were the coach of the team that got announced the winner, or would you forfeit and withdraw and let the other team that actually won advance? This poll went down to the wire. Forfeit and withdrawal was 56%. Advance and play was 44%. I just don't know how the onus to make a wrong call correct is on the coach of the winning team. Like, doesn't the league play need to step in here?
I will go back and say exactly what I said when we talked about the Viger High School situation where they didn't count the free throw or counted the free throw when they weren't supposed to, and they messed up the final score. Let's put 5 minutes on the clock. Let's just play an overtime period. That's how you settle it. Because it's not the team that won's fault, like you said. You can't put that on them. It's 2024. Can we not look at it? This is a big game. Can we not look at the video and make a determination in real time? Again, there'll be no accountability for the officials, though, even all the way down to that level. And I get it. Like they're probably selling sour straws at halftime in that situation. But why don't we just say, listen, it's basketball. It's not football. We don't have to set up a whole, physical brawl for another quarter. Let's put 5 minutes on the clock. Let's play an overtime period. Whoever wins that 5 minutes, you advance. Mm-hmm. But to me, that's the only fair way.
Yeah, no, I like that. I could get down with that even if I was the coach on the winning side.
But how does this happen?
Yeah, and I mean, all of the attention in these situations is on the last second call that got missed. But let's say I'm the coach who's on the right side of that, the winning side of that in this situation. I'm thinking, all right, well, you guys missed 3 double dribbles against my team throughout the day, 5 fouls. This wouldn't have even come down to the wire. The refereeing is a part. There's a human element, a part to every game. They missed a bunch of calls against my team. It's not on me to like flip and say like, oh, I'm going to hold my team out of the state championship.
It's not. And they would have to tell me we're playing the 5-minute period if we were the team that won. You know, sometimes the breaks go that way. But to me, there is some margin for error for, hey, did this guy travel? Hey, was that holding on the left tackle? To me, there's no margin for error to miss what the clock says. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, those are two totally different things. Was it a block? Was it a charge? We can argue either way. You know, oh, he was in the cylinder. We know that is a block because that is like, oh, there's 0.5 seconds left on the clock. The fact that this gets screwed up makes me worry more about the people that are in charge in that part of New Jersey.
I agree.
Y'all can't get this right. Y'all can't get this right. It's a sad story.
It is.
Because, again, none of the players did anything wrong. Mm-hmm. Nobody did anything wrong. Team A is not at fault. Team B is not at fault. It's just dumb.
Any thoughts?
No, I agree. For one, I'm definitely not forfeiting the game. I promise you that. 2, it's not up to a ref's decision. There's no human element in this when it comes down to clock and time. So if it comes down to that, I agree with Jake. We need to fix something. We need to do something. I'm fine with the 5-minute period. But if it's just refs missing calls, I mean, sorry, buddy, get used to that if you're going to be in a battle.
Well, we just put a Neuralink in a person and y'all can't look at the clock. Like that's what we're doing. This is the brass we're dealing with. This is the best y'all got in a state playoff.
I think it was a semifinal to go to the state championship.
In a state playoff. These are the geniuses that y'all put out there. I'm worried. I need to talk to the mayor.
It's a reflection of the times for real.
I need to talk to the people in charge that y'all have these clowns running around that are in charge of anything.
Yeah. All right, next one up here. Let's go to some of the comments from Charles Barkley. I don't want to play too much of what Charles Barkley was saying, but, you know, he went on, and we have a great interview coming out, by the way, with Dave Rubin. That
today.
That's coming out today. Yeah. And he talked about this. So Charles Barkley talking a little bit about the MAGA shirts, but mostly I wanted to pull a funny photo that we have of MAGA Hulk here daring Charles Barkley to come after him. But go ahead and play that
oh my God.
clip for a second, please.
It's Mike Tyson's son.
Yeah.
When Donald Trump compares his plight with that of the black person, that is what I had a problem with.
Yes.
Now I do want to say this. I want to make it perfectly clear. If you're a black person and you're wearing a Donald Trump mugshot, you are a freaking idiot. And I'm only saying freaking idiot because they won't let me say what I really want to say. But you can figure it out. It starts with an F. But you are.
And he said he would punch any person in the face, right? So pull up Stephen Davis back home.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm right here, man."
Yeah, here. Let me rip your arms off. And
he would knock Charles Barkley out.
Look, here's. I'll continue to say this. Anybody that I'll never understand people that rely on celebrities to make important decisions. Like what Charles Barkley think when it comes inside the NBA or basketball. During the NCAA tournament, all that stuff, I listen to Charles Barkley about basketball, and it's great. He says hilarious things sometimes. I love the show with him and Ernie and Shaq and all them. Like I said, inside the NBA, but it's the same people are like, well, whoever Taylor Swift endorses, that's who I'm gonna endorse. Like I don't care if you're relying on these people to make your decision, then you're the problem. Then you're the ignorant one. That's like me going up to the town baker and asking him to make me a sword. Like, that's not your expertise. I'm not going to base my decisions or whatever on what Charles Barkley thinks. So, yeah, that I saw that. It kind of is what it is. I just laugh at Charles. I think he's funny.
Any chance Charles Barkley would have against
that guy? No. You're fighting Thanos. Guys, Charles Barkley can barely walk.
Yeah.
You get Charles Barkley and Grant Hill in the same room. It's not a lot going down.
It's a walk-off.
It's a sit fest. Yeah. That's what it is.
All right, a couple more reactions here. Let's get to our Sandlot baseball graphic. This is pretty awesome here. So these are the two baseballs from the Sandlot. Remember the first one that Smalls used in the game, gets hit over the fence, gets ruined. That is a Babe Ruth signed. He's the only one solo signed right there. PSA graded mint plus 9.5. That's $388,375. This was at a 2012
For a baseball?
Heritage Auctions. Okay, now remember at the end of the movie, he gives the 1927 New York Yankees team sign ball. At a 2013 Heritage Auction, that went for $149,375.
Okay.
So with just the Babe Ruth sign compared to the full team of the Yankees, Smalls cost his stepdad $240,000.
Okay, so these are actual balls signed by Babe Ruth. One is single, just Babe Ruth. The other is the rest of the team's bringing it down. These aren't the actual balls used in the Sandlot movie. I just want to make sure.
No. These are balls that are, that were represented in the movie.
That's nuts.
Signed. Just to see, like, hey, okay, if Babe Ruth signed a ball by himself, like the baseball at the beginning, what would that go for? There's the 2012 Heritage Auction.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
I wonder, you would think, like, it would just add value.
It's
like I buy my house.
That's what you had to think when you're writing the script.
Yeah.
Like, hey, they got the full team. That's even a better ball.
It's like, wait a minute. Man, if I had like the full ball signed by the 27 Yankees and I just saw the Babe Ruth one alone went for $390,000, I'm like, oh my God, I got $1 million.
Yeah, stepdad will love me more.
Like, guys, the rest of y'all, man, figure it out. Like, who else is on that team? Like, freaking Mussolini? Like, what's bringing that down?
$240K difference?
Hashtag not worth. Not worth ever.
Well, I would have to have a lot of money. A lot of money. Probably, honestly, at least 50 mil to spend that money on a Babe Ruth ball.
Yeah.
I would love to be in the position to be like, man, don't want to buy that. I mean, we were at an auction at my wife's former college, and they were auctioning stuff off for like $1,200, and I was like, oh man, that's steep. I can imagine. Like, all right, $250,000 for a baseball. It better be signed by like Zeus
or the full Yankees team.
I don't know.
Not even worth it then.
I'll get that ball.
I believe you'll get there.
I'll buy that ball just to throw it in the river
or play baseball with it.
Oh, no.
In a Sandlot. All right, next one up. Let's get to this friendly game of golf that was going on here when the Gator decided to chase the group. I was thinking about you and the 81 you shot and what you would do in this situation with your torn Achilles.
Okay.
Let's play it. Yeah, not me. Dinosaur.
First thing I'm not doing is walking up to it and filming it.
Dinosaur. Look at him just plotting.
Oh my God. Scheming.
Look at it. He better start going.
And they're just filming it. They're not giving any heads up to these golfers, by the way.
But look how quiet it is. That's the scariest part. Like, you don't realize it's...
Look at him.
Oh, my God. Bro, it almost drove into the cart. Almost drove into the lake. Like...
He went after.
Whole round's ruined. Whole round's ruined.
It's like, why do I need to go change my pants?
What if you were on 3 straight birdies, you're 2 under on the round, and this thing chases you?
To be honest with you, Gators on land, come see me.
Actually, no.
How about in the water?
I don't want...
Not water, you got it. Your territory.
You know what? You know who I'd rather fight on land? A shark.
See, that doesn't scare me.
Because they can't breathe. An alligator can breathe. All of a sudden, it stands on 2 legs. How do you think Godzilla started?
One headlock, you're done.
To be honest with you, that makes me think of Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Happy
Chubbs.
Gilmore.
Yeah, from Happy Gilmore. But no, I don't want alligators to come see me on land. Please, God, no, don't let that happen. I'd much rather y'all just do y'all's thing. I'm going to do my thing. Yeah, no, that's trippy there, Dave.
Rest in peace, Chubbs. All right, Dak Prescott got a new haircut. I saw this going around saying he looks like... bring up Dak Prescott, please. He looks like a Mexican drug lord or something with his new haircut. And they said, "Oh, well, here's the DEI, the DEA agent that got him. Pull up Jordan Love from the playoffs."
Here's what I'll say.
Can we go back to the Dak picture so I can laugh?
I don't know why, but Dak reminds me of Sinbad from First Kid.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that great movie.
Wait, he does look like Sinbad.
Looks like Jafar.
Jafar's got that long beard. Like Dak. Here's the thing, like cool, like rich man getting a haircut. I wonder how much they probably paid Dak Prescott to get that haircut. He probably blew it in the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be the exact same thing. I mean, seeing that doesn't like, oh, there's a different Dak out there. Same Dak.
No,
same Dak.
Same Dak. Not different to me.
This isn't Stetson Bennett with the fade.
Yeah.
Like I'm coming back to make it 2 in a row.
So that's not NFC champion, Super Bowl bound Dak right there?
What?
No, it's
I'm
not.
sorry, you just said an oxymoron to me.
Sorry. Okay. All right, last one
Jumbo
up here.
shrimp.
Coach Brent Venables at Oklahoma. Believe his wife is cancer-free now?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. This is awesome.
The people of Oklahoma, again, this is my 15th year here, and all of my children were born here in Norman, Oklahoma. So I'm not surprised by the people of Oklahoma. The love, the support, the compassion, the loyalty, it's second to none. And we're incredibly grateful. And again, for us and for Julie, as I've said before, there's no question that this is an opportunity for us to be a blessing for a lot of people that are going through similar hardships or even worse. And there's plenty that are a lot worse. And so it helps you have a great appreciation. And but for us, we're incredibly thankful, but not surprised. And so that's cool.
Look, I don't know how you can dislike Brent Venables. Listen, I get the rivalry stuff, and obviously, we're very tied in with college football, and we understand it. But I think that's about as close to on the not somber, but the softer side emotionally that you're going to see Brent Venables. Typically, he's biting through his teeth, on the sideline. But I think servant leadership is a staple of his. I think that's one of the reasons why he connects so well with his players. But using that, the tragedy that turns into triumph to go try and help other people triumph, I think it shows you kind of the family and the makeup of Brent Venables and why he's a guy that, man, I'm rooting for.
I'm pulling for him as well.
Sure. Yeah, big shout out to the people from Oklahoma, too, showing up.
Yep.
Man, that means a lot.
Man, good for them.
Yep. All right, well, speaking of showing up, if you're going to show up to the party tonight.
Show up, son.
Maybe to the tailgate.
TT,
all right,
babe.
maybe for the UFL. All right, little March Madness. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a live stream that goes on the first round, and you want to come hang out that night.
Be real.
You may have a little bit to drink. Right? You don't want to feel awful the next day. Maybe you got work or something like that. Maybe you have something you promised. You're going to go walk your dog or something. You want to feel good. And we're not getting any younger. All right? And 1 or 2 beers out with the guys can lead to a not-so-fun morning. All right? And we all know you're probably drinking more than that. So that's why you need Zbiotics for your first drink of the night. What is Zbiotics? Flaming Dragon asks angrily.
What is Zbiotics?
What is Zbiotics? I'm so glad you asked. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. Here's what it is. You drink it before you go out to drink, and you don't feel bad the next day. It's that simple. You don't have to be Pythagoras or Oppenheimer to figure out this equation.
Heavy water.
You drink Zbiotics, all right? Then you go, drink responsibly, have a good time, wake up the next day. Oh my God, I don't feel bad. It's the closest thing to magic that we're going to get. I mean, you used to only be able to get this stuff from Professor McGonagall. So go to Zbiotics.
Your mother's are. You're putting them inside the goblet of fire, Mr. Potter.
Zbiotics!
Go to Zbiotics.com/booster to not get kidnapped by Professor Snape. And also get 15% off your first order with code BOOSTER, BOOSTR, at checkout. Zbiotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That's Zbiotics.com/booster. And use that code BOOSTER at checkout for 15% off and 100% off feeling bad the next day after drinking with the boys, Mr. Potter.
Have your mother's
All right, we got your mother's eye.
All right, let's go to Van Griemel spot, y'all. Hello, Van. He says, can we discuss why Brent Venables didn't get a head coach position for so long?
I think he wanted this one.
Well, again, people said the same thing. Why isn't Kirby Smart a head coach yet? Why isn't Kirby Smart the head coach yet? Sometimes it's not if you go, it's when and where you go. Waiting on the right job is a lot better than just jumping at the first one. I think he made the right decision, and we'll see how it plays out here in the end. But just like Kirby, I think he waited on a big fish and he got a big fish.
And not just big fish. I think they got the exact jobs they wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, Kirby Smart, having played there, went back to his alma mater. Brent Venables, you just heard, spent so much time in Norman, Oklahoma. His kids were born there. I think they were strategically eyeing those specific jobs as coordinators, and they got them.
And you saw how they performed as coordinators, and it was year after year after year after year of tutelage under guys that obviously know what they're doing. So I think, again, it was perfect timing, perfect choice.
All right, let's go to Luke Lewis. Luke, what is up, my guy? He says, guys, let's be honest here. Yeah, I know it's Jake Paul, but I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson can barely walk.
No, I watched him spar the other day. I'm
Really?
telling you, oh, boys, it's hitting like a freight train. Like a freight train. And maybe I'm talking myself into it a little bit. Maybe I am. But it's Friday, and I can do things like that.
All right, let's go to Sergeant Steve. Sergeant, what is up? He says, guys, do you really think Joe Biden even knew where he was the entire State of the Union?
I just want to make sure Lincoln Riley's okay. That was the main thing I came out of that last night, just hoping that Lincoln was all right, and apparently he is.
All right, let's go to Bradley D. Bradley, what is up, my guy? Was Lincoln Riley a Nick Saban guy, or is he one of the few guys that didn't come from the Saban school for guys who want to coach and do other things good too?
No, it feels like everybody's attached to the Saban tree at some point. But no, Lincoln Riley was not a Saban disciple, one of the few that have gone on to be a head coach and have success. You know, we laugh at Lincoln Riley's, inability to get over the hump because of the same reason. But no, he did not come straight from the root of the Saban tree or the Nick Saban Center for coaches who want to learn how to coach good and do other stuff good too.
All right, let's go to Smoky Mountain Red. He said, if I'm on a golf course and an alligator starts chasing me on a golf cart, I'm going to be honest, the next hole I'm going to have to 100% do an undie check.
No, that's, again, but that may be the thing that keeps my game going good.
I was wondering.
Maybe you brought up, David, hey, I'm 3 birdies in. I'm playing well, which I'm trying to remember the last time I was 3 birdies in. I didn't realize we were almost done with the round. Maybe I'm playing good, and at this point, I realize I'm playing good, and maybe I need something to scare me out of overthinking it. Well, here's my thing with golf. And it's weird because it's such a specialized sport that takes so much practice. If I don't play for a while, and then I go play like I did the other day, I typically play pretty well because all my bad habits are gone and I have no expectations of playing well going out there. Where it becomes problematic for me is where I'm at right now. It's, hey, I recently just went out and played for the first time in a while. I played pretty good. Wait a minute, am I good at golf? Now I care.
Yeah.
Why am I going to get fitted clubs? And then I go out and it's an absolute disaster and I just end up using it as an excuse to go out and drink, which is like 95% of
Did you get fitted?
the rest of the country. Not yet, but I've made a conscious decision that I am not going to care about golf until I have fitted clubs. The only reason I'm scared to get fitted clubs is because now I have no excuse. Now I have to play good.
Yeah.
You're like, man, these clubs don't fit. They're like, Jake, they were scientifically engineered to fit your body and your swing. You just sliced it because you're not good at this.
There went your excuse.
There went my excuse. Oh, man, these clubs. It's these clubs.
Let's go to Pepsi458. He says, what's up, guys? Love the show. Give me your thoughts on Ireland versus England, and do y'all watch any rugby?
I'm assuming he's talking about rugby. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't watch a lot of rugby, but if I was going to watch rugby, Ireland and England would definitely be up there. In my opinion, I want to go to either a rugby game or like an English Premier League game. Or than that because of Ted Lasso. I've wanted to go to one before Ted Lasso. Like Ted Lasso, I think it's a good show. I think a little bit overrated. But I want to go and just, especially Ireland. How do those guys even make it to
That'd be fun.
to the game? Like you'd have to play that game at 8 a.m. You think Baton Rouge? You think they're drunk? Can you imagine going to an Ireland game?
The motherland.
Like versus England? Ireland versus England? Dude. I just puke and rally all over the stadium.
All right, let's get to a $10 donation. I know we won't get to this today, so I really want to ask it from Mike. Mike, what is up? Hashtag Ask the Boys and the Dragon. It says, final thoughts on what you would do with Fields in the Bears situation. Also, thoughts on Duke and UNC Saturday. It's my favorite rivalry in sports.
Home team. I typically just yield home team in North Carolina. Duke because it is such a good rivalry, even though it seems like Duke's kind of figured it out. Like they're starting not turn the ball over as much. You know, there's some questions about Shire coming into this year. No, that's not a Lord of the Rings reference. That's the coach at Duke. I'm going to take the over, right? I'm going to take the over. North Carolina's, people talking about North Carolina being a 1 seed. Are they worthy of it? I mean, I look at the way that team's made up. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a game. I'll take the home team, but most of all, I'm going to take the over. What was the first question?
I have to go back and
asking about what should the Bears do with Justin Fields.
Fields
what, I don't know if he said should or what.
I'm keeping Justin Fields and I'm trading back because I feel like I can get a king's ransom. Somebody wants Caleb Williams that bad.
And that could be an interesting strategy. I still think they'll trade Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams and at least say, hey, for the first time, we took the best quarterback on the board. And if it doesn't work out, at least we made the quote-unquote right decision.
Yeah.
I think.
All right. The phone lines are opening literally right now, 1-855-236-3228. We want to hear from you. Anything in the sports world. Or, if it's not about sports, I don't know, maybe you went on a date with that girl for the first time and she was actually cool. We want to hear about that as well. We're going to get to It's Mid, but quickly, UFC 299. I know we're talking more fighting than we have maybe ever on Crane & Company, but Sugar Sean O'Malley, rematch against Cheeto after he took his only L. Yeah. I mean, Poirier's on the card. Burns is on the card. Jan is on the card. I mean, this is about as good as it gets.
Yeah, here's some odds for you. So Sugar Sean is now up to minus 280. He was minus 215 midweek. Now, remember, he lost to Vera the previous fight, but minus 280 right now.
It's kind of a freak accident.
Lower leg kick.
Plus 200. All right, Poirier, this is an old school, new school, right, against Benoit St. Denis. Poirier's going off at plus 165, so you can get plus money there with him. St. Denis minus 225 on that. Kevin Holland, Michael Page is going to be a cool fight.
No, this is a deep. This card has depth.
That one's Kevin Holland.
This is going to be worth the pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Gilbert Burns, another old school versus new school fight here. Gilbert Burns plus 135 in the money there. Peter Yan, this one might be the fight of the night. He's minus 130 on the odds right now, and even all the way down, like Rafael dos Anjos is in like the undercard for this, which is crazy.
Who are you? Are you taking O'Malley? Are you taking Cheeto?
I'm going to take O'Malley.
You got to take O'Malley. You got to take. I mean, Cheeto struggled with standing strikers. I mean, his last couple fights, anyways. And if you're ever going to fight someone who's a standing striker, it's that guy.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. We got this weekend is absolutely loaded.
We'll watch this full card.
You got the professional sports. Obviously, you got UFC, college basketball. I mean, we're getting into it. I believe the conference tournament. Well, you got the last SEC regular season game on Saturday. So some big games coming down the stretch, seeding wise. Obviously, in not just NCAA tournament, but the conference tournament. So
when does the SEC tournament start?
Man, I want to say it starts Tuesday.
That's what I thought.
Have to have it.
You do. You have to have it. Speaking of something they had to have on Friday.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
The returning segment.
Trying to hurt some feelings today, huh? That's fine. We can do that.
It's Mid.
I hope that shirt's on there.
Yeah, trust me, I got called Pugsley 8 times today.
That's not the Pugsley one.
Well, apparently whatever I wear is a Pugsley shirt.
That's the one you look like a substitute teacher at a fledgling public school.
Which I will do.
You get that podium. All right.
Hit arms yesterday. Roll that graphic. Oh, God, we're back. What a beautiful way to start today, right? By almost continuing National Cereal Day, because cereal is mid and it's meant for children, all right? One, when you got up this morning, all right, did your mommy pack you your little orange slices in your Lunchable with your cereal? You're a grown-ass man. Why am I watching 30 and 40-year-old guys talk about Fruity Pebbles?
God,
Why am I watching this? Cereal it's bland, it's soggy bread, all right? And eat some steak and eggs, bro. Eat a breakfast, right? Eat something healthy. Don't eat cereal when you go to bed at night, all right? Don't be like your little son sneaking in the pantry trying to get some Reese Puffs. Be a grown-up, all right? Don't eat cereal. 1, it's mediocre. 2, it's meant for your children. Next up, I don't know if you've ever seen the show. Have you ever seen Love is Blind?
Yeah, it's good.
Really? Is it?
Some of the seasons are
Is that where they have all the blind people?
I wish. When I watched it, I wish I was blind.
I just heard one of the girls.
Blind.
I just heard one of the
I
girls
was.
said she looked like Megan Fox.
She doesn't. If Megan Fox ate an 18-wheeler.
If Megan was a fox,
yeah,
actually.
Not the biggest fox you've ever seen in your life.
Okay, she wasn't that big.
Yeah, she wasn't Megan Fox. I tell you that. But it's one of those shows. Like it was like Joe Biden's State of the Union. Like the longer you watch it, the dumber you get. All right, that's what Love Is Blind is. For anybody who watches that and think that is any somewhat real, I promise you, it's not. And you shouldn't be able to vote.
It's real to me.
You shouldn't be able to vote. I can't trust you in our political system. Next up, this one's easy for me. I don't know if I hit this before, but it's MGK. Oh, my God. His rock music sucks.
Worse.
His rap music sucks. And anything he's about to do in the future is probably going to suck.
And he dates with Megan Fox, right?
He's going to suck. And the only reason that he's mid is because he dated Megan Fox. And I think that ups you into a class.
I think it does too.
Even if your music sucks, your rock music sucks, and your rap music sucks. Another one on the list is hummus. I don't get it.
Hummus?
Hummus.
What's wrong
You're
with
basically
hummus?
going to a... Hey, excuse me, waiter.
What do you
Excuse me,
eat?
waiter. Can I get a large sweet tea and some cat
He's
throw up,
offended
please?
the degenerate.
Can I get a large sweet
cat
tea and
throw
some
up?
cat throw up, please? That's what I wanted today.
Man,
Can you bring
read
some
the
chips
shots
out
on
with
this.
it? The texture's gross. What are you eating? What are you putting in your mouth? Hummus? Grow up, Peter Pan.
What do you eat?
Count Chocula? I eat real food.
Like what?
Real food. Chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers and cereals
for
and
children.
cereals for
Tuna.
kids.
Wow, which one's on the kids menu?
Real
Come on,
food.
y'all.
Real food. Another one I just wanted to mention, Planet Fitness.
Really?
What?
There's no judgment.
What is it?
Planet Fitness.
It's a judgment.
Have you ever worked out at Planet Fitness?
No,
I use
I'm more
Fitbod.
of like a Globo Gym average.
I use Fitbod.
But do y'all like if y'all had to like get somewhere to go to a gym, like would y'all get a place to go to Planet Fitness? Like would y'all buy?
I have no frame of reference.
No,
You wouldn't
no.
at all, David. You wouldn't.
I don't think so.
David can't fit in the building.
If you had to buy one, all right, Planet Fitness, well, all the gyms, Gold's Gym, what would you buy?
Well, I don't know because I haven't gone into all of them. But what about the life? Isn't there one about life?
I don't even know.
What's that
Bedtime.
one?
I don't even,
Lifetime.
I don't even
What's
know
that one?
what
Orange Theory? Don't they just go in there and just throw?
That's for women whose life passed them by.
Oh, I thought that was
Oh my
curves.
God.
That probably hurt a lot of feelings. I walked into a Planet Fitness last week, and the things that I saw, I'll never be the same.
Like what?
I can't even mention it on the show, Dave.
Wow.
I can't even mention it on the show.
Like people not knowing.
Just know the cops were there by the time I even walked in.
Wow.
And that is today. It's mid. Quit eating cereal.
Dude, you offended.
You grown-ass kids.
You offended the degenerate.
You little swoopy whoopy want to go to schoolie with your
you
cereal?
offended the degenerate and the high class person.
Yeah.
We have
Good.
no audience.
Yeah,
left.
well, no one else is listening.
Yeah,
The chat-
that's you just
you
offended literally
eviscerated
everyone.
the entire chat.
All right. Well, the phone lines are open 1-855-236-3228. I don't know why my brain just malfunctioned right there. We want to hear what you think. David, let me know when you're ready. But
I mean, they're full up.
All right, let's go. Let's go then. Let's go.
They're full up. Let's go to Sasha in Austin, Texas. Sasha, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, what's
We
up,
got
dog?
A couple of things. We got a couple of things that we need to get taken care of here, and Flamin' Dragon needs
I'm
someone
waiting.
to come to his defense
Okay.
because last week he got robbed.
I'm so
Thank you,
sick of
Sasha.
hearing about this.
Thank you.
I'm so sick
and
of
it's
hearing
so
about
blatant.
this.
It's so blatant.
And all of the mint things that aren't toothpaste, straight mint.
York peppermint patties?
Man, I tell you what,
Hummus?
as somebody,
Hummus, ew.
as
Ew. I'm not as like, I'm, it
hummus-
looks like
hummus is-
something you eat out of a trough.
And this is the problem, Flaming Dragon, is you haven't expanded your palate.
you have,
Dog.
I've got
Dog.
some.
Actually come
This
to
is
your
going to
defense
sound bad.
and say things like you should get the win from last week when you elevate your its mids and expand that palate a little bit.
Yeah, my palate's so
Until then,
expanded,
you're just
dude.
wrong.
This man's
Sasha,
all
My
over
palate's
twist.
so
How dare
expanded.
you,
They asked
Sasha?
me to
This man eats
judge. They
chicken
asked me to
fingers.
be a judge on Chopped.
His palate is expanded.
Yeah, the
Chicken
kids
fingers.
edition.
No,
where the
no,
kids
because I
make
don't
like
eat cereal.
Easy Mac and
Yeah,
bologna
the
bowls.
kids table.
Yeah. What? Then they finger paint and make macaroni necklaces after.
Look, don't act like that's not fun.
hey, this is gonna sound really bad. My wife actually got some. It's like sweet chili flavored hummus from Publix. It's good.
Yeah.
Because it
That's the
doesn't
best
taste like
one.
hummus.
That's the best one.
I go out, I get hummus all the time, all over the place. Grab some like fresh vegetables. Fresh vegetables and hummus is probably one of the best things you can get, and it's
Yeah.
a really good low-calorie snack.
Thank you.
I bet your
Sasha.
toilet's stoked about you getting vegetables and hummus.
No, that's that Salt Lake barbecue sauce.
That sounds like a horror film.
Hey, I'm just telling you right now, Salt Lick and Scrappled sounds delicious.
Oh my God!
Thank
The
you.
first half of that sounds great. Come
Ew.
on.
Thank you, Sasha.
Listen.
Sasha?
Scrapple is the hummus of meat.
Yeah, if you eat hummus and Scrapple at the same time.
No, listen. If you just eat straight like hummus, like not flavored, like hummus, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't think it's awful. I don't think it's as bad as what Flaming Dragon's saying it is.
It's mediocre.
But like you need a flavored. You need the flavored hummus.
Yeah.
All right, let's elevate here. But Sasha, great stuff as always, my friend.
Great stuff, Sasha. And I did get robbed.
One
Go
more
ahead.
thing is the Savannah Bananas actually do have a world tour they go on, and it's not just in Savannah. So
Good. Get out.
They know what they are. They're a 2-hour entertainment show for everybody.
That's why I'm not even getting upset about it anymore because I don't consider them baseball.
So-
It's a play. I don't get mad when I go to a play and it involves sports. I'm not like, oh man, they're ruining basketball.
So do you agree or disagree with William that this is a communist psyop takeover of baseball?
No, it's not. They even say they're not baseball. They say they're banana ball. They have their own rules for it.
I just don't like the way
Everything
that
is
sounds. Just don't like that. That just doesn't.
Who do they play then?
They play the
team they play. It's just like the Harlem Globetrotters that always play the New York Generals. I forget the team name for the Bananas are always playing. It's the same team every single time.
Okay.
Maybe they should play the Peaches, like with Miles Finch. Because
what's more vulnerable than a peach? They can definitely beat the Peaches. All right, Sasha, thanks for that perspective.
Great call, Sasha.
I will use that reference every single time it becomes available.
Carson in Alabama. Carson, talk to us.
Hey, guys. First, I just want to tell David and Jake, grow up.
Thank you.
Saying basketball schools, the clock runs out, and we need this technology. The winning team should say, hey, let me step down. I think the evidence is clear, Flaming Dragon.
So you, to me, that's like, you ever seen that commercial where it's like the sportsmanship commercial where like goes out about,
Coach, I touched it.
Coach, I touched it. So the coach is like, talks to the ref. He's like, yeah, it's their ball. No, look, man, I'm trying to win. You know how much time I've spent trying to win this game in the state semifinals in Camden, New Jersey, time away from my kids and doing stuff that I like to do. And just because y'all screwed up the clock, like, to me, 5-minute period, though, meritocracy, right? Meritocracy.
Okay, in all seriousness, the reason I called, someone said rugby and asked y'all about it. I just wanted to see, have y'all ever heard of Australian football? And
Yes.
I would love to see y'all make a video trying to figure that sport out. It's amazing.
I almost took a job coaching for the team out of Sydney, Australia. Almost. Like, I was very, very close.
Wow.
I mean, it's like soccer, volleyball, basketball, and rugby mixed into one sport. It's 18 guys on each team on the field. There's 36
18 guys? How big is the field?
It's I think 150 meters long, and it's like an oval shape. It is a wild sport. It's hilarious.
I need to check this out.
Wow. Get a huge kick out of it.
I need to check that out. Australian football.
Yeah.
Somebody else was talking to me about that the other day.
Y'all check it out, and then we can address this later. Flaming Dragon, bottom my sensei.
Body your sensei.
And now, because y'all won't admit that y'all lost last week, the suits seem a little messed up now. I'm just going to admit.
Well,
I admitted it.
Look,
I admitted it. I didn't catch it last week.
I tell you what.
I didn't catch it. Again, it's not on me. It's not. It's the.
You have a great day, brother.
It's not on me to say.
You have a great day, brother.
No, look, listen. There's only one entity to blame. If you wanna make that submission and say you believe in the deep fake that was released, that the AI with Flaming Dragon is his little group in some part of South Vietnam made, then that's on you. But complain to them. I didn't do anything but show up and give 110%, Carson. All right, and that's all you can ask from me.
Thank you,
Carson. Great call. Don't worry about these communists I have sitting next to me.
Yeah,
See y'all,
we're
See ya, bud. You have a great day today, brother.
Let's stay in Alabama and let's go to William in Alabama.
William.
Maybe this is our William talking about the Savannah Bananas. William, what's up?
Man, I don't want to talk about the Savannah Bananas.
Thank you,
Thank you, William.
It's still a communist psyop.
Yep.
It's still a psyop. but that's not what I wanted to talk about today.
All right.
So yesterday was the first round of one of the biggest disc golf events of the year, Waco, and I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think a sport that's growing as fast as disc golf needs to do to reach a more mainstream level? Like, we've already seen them on CBS and ESPN. Like, what's the next step?
You need your hero. You need your Tiger Woods. You need your Michael Jordan. He's out. There's some lanky 6'2" granola loving person from Utah that's just waiting to fill that void. Who's your LeBron? Right? Who's next up? I'm talking about hole-in-ones from 200 yards out.
Your LeBron is Paul Macbeth. The man's a 17-time major champion.
Well, he hadn't done good enough. Like there's only one Macbeth I know, and that was written a long time ago.
To me, it just feels like disc golf it's missing something. Right?
Is there a physical element?
It needs something else to it. I don't know if it needs to be like the fastest guy to finish with the best score, or if something needs to be,
it's a race.
If something needs to be chasing them, like dogs or something. But I just feel, because look, man, I went to Colorado and everybody up there loves to go on hikes, smoke weed, and go play disc golf. To me, I never liked going on hikes or playing disc golf. Or used to. Because I cannot throw a frisbee. I cannot throw a frisbee at all, so I can never do the disc golf thing.
It is missing.
But if you really get out there and go play a little bit, it's okay. But I do think something's missing in it.
I agree with that.
And we've got a lot of young guys coming up, so we could see that guy, and they're not very.
Are we the ones that elevate disc golf? Do we go out and commentate?
Because y'all remember that video we commentate that guy hitting that hole-in-one in disc golf? Yeah, everybody.
Should we commentate like a disc golf event, like only the way that we could do it?
Golly,
like, listen, hey, we got Trevin. Trevin's up now.
Oh,
Trevin Johnson. His dad invented Twizzlers.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah,
but he's still pissed about
capitalism. You need to get a disc golf creator and go film a piece of content.
We need to. We'll look into doing that. William.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Great call, William.
Appreciate it, William. All right. Let's go to Andrew in Pennsylvania. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good, guys. I haven't been able to call, so I wanted to talk. I don't like the idea of the super conferences.
Okay.
So I have a six-point plan to save the ACC since it seems to be in trouble.
Boom.
Wait, so you got a prestige worldwide situation, right? You said for the ACC? Okay. I can't wait to hear this. It's like an episode of Suits. Go ahead.
1, let Florida State, North Carolina State, Clemson, let them leave.
Okay.
Take the money they get from their buyout, ask the SEC for some money to help. That's number 1. Number 2, take that money, shove it all in Notre Dame's face, get Notre Dame to fully join the ACC.
Okay.
3, you need some more teams now because you lost some. I want Cincinnati, West Virginia, and Rutgers.
Okay.
Okay. Then they have a similar name. They should merge with the AAC.
Okay. I don't think that's an awful idea at all.
Wow.
Okay. The next step is you need more cachet. So let's get some college basketball involved. We're losing it on football. Join the Big East. And while we're at it, that name's better. Let's just call it the Big East and become the Big East again.
Okay, so this is an all-around way to become
so
the Big East
ACC
again.
teams plus Notre Dame plus the AAC and all the Big East teams.
Yeah, if at this point, if you're the ACC, if those other teams go, you might as well take your money. You might as well take your $1.5 billion or whatever it would be and try and go get a Notre Dame. I don't actually think that is as far-fetched. I get that, you know what? If she wants to go, let her go, right? You know, you want to go hang out with Jason Statham, that's fine, right? I'll be here and just see what else I can get. I don't think that's that crazy, Andrew. I really don't. Now, you know, you get Notre Dame, that that adds a big cog in the wheel. It's just, could you get Cincinnati and West Virginia to leave now that they're in the Big 12?
I mean, I don't know.
How much money is left over for Notre Dame?
It's tough to get Rutgers. I mean, Rutgers getting the Big Ten money at this point.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, that I love your ambition, Andrew. And it's like Rick Ross says, they're gonna love me for my ambition.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
Appreciate it, man.
I like that. I like that, though. I like his creativity. I like getting the juice.
Thinking outside the box, man. I like to hear it. All right, let's go to Robert in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Robert, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Robert,
what's up, Robert?
Appreciate you calling.
Yeah, so first off, being a Michigander, I have to say go blue.
Go blue, sir.
Whatever.
Absolutely. Secondly, a couple quick things. Hummus is mid.
Thank you.
Cereal is amazing.
Okay.
God, now
I'll meet you. Hey, we'll Rihanna this thing.
We'll Black Eyed Peas it and meet you halfway.
Yeah. So I got a couple things that I just wanted to hit on. You guys were talking about Mike Tyson. So being from Grand Rapids, we got a guy here, Buster Mathis Jr. Super cool guy. Smoked some cigars with him.
There you go.
Okay. Respect.
He went 4 rounds. And I would encourage you guys to go and watch the fight because I think that Buster got up before the TKO.
Really? Buster Mathis. You said Buster Mathis.
I see it right here. Buster Mathis Jr. from East Grand Rapids, Michigan.
When was this?
3 years old.
So he's just a couple years younger than Mike.
When did he fight Mike? I see it right now. God, Mike.
Yeah.
I can't even look at Mike Tyson.
I know. Like the fact that you would even step in the ring with Mike Tyson, and that's like 26-year-old Mike Tyson, like that's got enough experience to have all the answers and will also knock your head off. Like
December 16th, 1995.
Okay. That's interesting.
Oh, wow, yeah, I was a year old.
Man, Buster was 20-0 at that time.
Yeah, I love the names of boxers like back.
Buster.
Like Buster, right?
Just, the funny thing is, it's a mean name, but he's like the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
But if you watch the fight, you'll notice that he evaded all of Mike Tyson's left hooks. I mean, he was.
I don't know how you do that.
It's like he knew they were coming. It was crazy.
Yeah. We need to check that out.
Anyway,
it says in that fight, Bruno. You say rocked Tyson for the first time in Tyson's career with a left hook towards the end of the first round. Tyson recovered and otherwise dominated the fight.
So he hit him once, and then Mike figured it out.
Yeah.
I hope. Hey, let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this, Robert. Are you rooting for Tyson to win?
Yeah, of course I'm going to root for Tyson.
Yeah. How could you not? Is there anybody out there that's like actively rooting for Jake Paul?
Look, man, the dude knows how to play the villain.
I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm just trying to find that person, like other than his parents, his brother.
No, they're probably not even rooting for him.
Yeah,
his brother's definitely not rooting.
Yeah, they're definitely rooting for Mike Tyson.
Imagine what kind of persona you have to fight Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson's the hero.
Yeah. But like Jake Paul really hasn't done anything to anybody. I mean, just
no, he hadn't done anything. It's just
no. Robert, great call, man.
Hey, thanks, man. Call in more often and go blue. I don't care what your food takes are at that point.
He did say cereal is amazing. So.
Yeah, he did. All right, Kirk in Canada. Kirk,
Kirky.
Hey guys,
what's up, man?
To answer real quick off the top, to answer the question, what is hummus? He said, "What is it?" It's chickpeas. It's good stuff. It's certainly not mid. So.
Yeah, thank you. Flavored hummus, like just
chickpeas
smushed
are the definition of mid.
Yeah, just smushed chickpeas. I'm not down.
Yeah, what vegan breakfast did you get this morning?
It's like, dude, he's in Canada. They just eat snow ice, like flavored ice, for every meal. Nice. They just put like ketchup and ice.
We got 9 inches of snow last night, so we got lots of snow ice around here. That's for sure.
That's tough.
Nice.
Don't.
The second thing was, forgot. Oh yeah, I watched a little video the other day on the fastest sports in the world, and next to speed skating, obviously, and track and field, you got hockey in there, faster than football, than.
Wait till I tell you about NASCAR.
Yeah, I suppose those guys are moving pretty quick.
Yeah,
remember the other thing was.
I wonder what the miles per hour, Kirk, real quick though, before this, I lose my train of thought on this. I wonder how fast, like, the fastest skater skates. Because if these guys are running
like hockey player or skater?
I mean, hockey player. Because these guys run like 23 miles per hour in the NFL. Like, how fast is how fast is Bedard going?
Yeah, Connor McDavid last season was clocked going, I think, 27 miles an hour.
God almighty.
27?
27 miles an hour?
See, that's why we go back to the scenario I talked about the other day. 10 Stephen Hawkings, whose wheelchair can go 30 miles per hour in one room, or 10 Helen Kellers with a loaded pistol. Which one can you?
I am not trusting a blind deaf person, a bunch of them with a loaded gun, and I'm in one room.
Stephen Hawking's 30 miles per hour, 10 of them, and you know he's doing geometry.
Well, listen, at some point, you go past me into a wall in the room, just one by one, like the end of that new Hunger Games movie with the drones. I'm just going to let them just crash. And eventually, like, they each... How many bullets are in the chamber that Helen Keller's walking around with?
She's not going to pull the trigger. She's too nice to shoot.
You don't know Helen,
David.
I trust. Big trust, Helen.
David.
Helen. Big trust.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. David, let me tell you why you're wrong. First off, she has no idea it's you. You don't know how to do any language in another person's hands. The next thing. Why do you think... Number one, there's multiple of them. How do you think she got the gun, David? Happy people don't grab guns, especially 10 of them. A militia of Helen Kellers that's scared. Walk in a room. No, I'm finishing this thought. You walk into a room with 10 Helen Kellers with loaded weapons. She don't know who you are. No, she does know she has a gun somehow. And at some point, everybody that's ever had a gun, you know why you get a gun, David? To use it.
No, someone put that in her hand. She would never pull the trigger. Big trust, Helen. I'm not getting in there with Stephen Hawking.
I would rather
going 30 miles an hour in his wheelchair.
I would rather take on one of Boy from the Wanted movie, Curvin' Bullets, than 10 blind deaf people with a loaded gun that are panicking in a room.
Can you imagine you walk in? You walk in, Stephen Hawking's like, they're not my friends, they're my family.
Yeah, he's like, no, you walk in, and he goes, it could be worse. There's 10 Helen Kellers in the next room with a loaded gun.
That's where I am.
David died an hour ago.
Quite a jump from hockey there. But
27 miles an hour, huh?
I'd be willing to try Scrapple if David's mom makes it there.
Yeah, I'll guarantee you. Yeah,
I love it.
Nice. New favorite breakfast food.
So the trade deadline is today. There's going to be all kinds of trade going down today in the NHL. So I'll call in next week and
give us our
playoffs are right around the corner.
Skyhook, Morgan Freeman situation.
Yeah,
appreciate it, buddy.
Skyhook, Kirk. You know that I know you know I know you.
All right, let's keep it rolling. I love all the people on the lines today. Let's go to Matthew in Arkansas.
Oh, here we go.
What's up, y'all? It's the Heartbroken Hog.
What's up, dog?
I love how he doesn't sound like he just came above water.
Right? No. Listen. Matthew, I think, is a merman. Like, I think he sneaks away from like his underwater village and just like pops out. He's like, training company really quickly. Arkansas beat LSU the other night. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Matthew. You know we love you. If we make fun of you, it's because we like you.
Matt, you're in the online dynasty. Don't worry.
Look, y'all, I do feel like I just came up above water because the first footage has come out of Bobby Petrino walking around and coaching the offense for spring ball. And I'm starting to let the hope in, y'all. I'm
your body's ready.
This is the year.
Here's the thing. I wonder, like, if like with all this stuff's coming out, it's like at some point, like Sam Pittman comes home and he's like, "Hey, is like to his wife, he's like, is it just you? Is it just you here? Like, all right, close all the doors and windows." But just, you think Bobby Petrino looks more like head coachy than me in those pictures?
Yeah.
Like, I would like it's like I would legitimately be worried. It's like Jim Fisher's coming. It's like, God, like, you think Mike Elko like looks smarter and like better and younger than me? They're like, no, you got this, babe.
You look great.
Like, here's the thing. Do you trust it though? Like, do you trust it? That's the question.
I think I can trust the offense now with Bobby P back in charge. I think from what people were saying, it looks like Taylor Green, he's pretty clearly better than the other guys there.
Is that a good thing, though, Matthew? Because, like, he can't throw, which is, like, a big part of playing quarterback.
Well, what's Bobby Petrino going to do for him, though? The wide receivers are going to be open every single play.
The minister play action every play.
Let that hope in.
God,
I want Arkansas to be good in football.
I do too.
I want them to.
I want it for Sammy.
There's one of the and we talked about this the other day. There's certain teams you never want to see be good, and there's certain teams that are never good, but you always want to see them to be good. And Arkansas is a team that I want to see get over the hump.
I agree.
Look, I don't want everything, y'all. I just want to be that team that averages about 8 wins a year. Once every 3, 4, 5 years, explodes and has a nice double-digit win season.
So that
then recedes back to maybe just a 6-6.
You sound like me talking to my financial guy. Like, listen, I'm not asking you to go out here and pull a GameStop or like short the American economy. I'm just asking for 2-3% a year increase. Just go out there. Let's play good. Hopefully the ball bounces our way. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. Feel dangerous, but also safe. But also safe. I can feel that.
Let's just do our job and field our ground balls.
Yeah. Let's make the routine plays routine.
Do you want to throw a couple miles my way?
Yeah. That's how you're feeling. Thanks, Matthew.
Oh, appreciate it, Matthew. Let that hope in.
Dwight Yoakam's like, would you just shut up?
Let that hope in, buddy. All right, let's go to Jeff in Vermont. Jeff, where in Vermont are you,
Is this our first call from Vermont?
Were you in Burlington?
Well, no, I'm by Bennington. It's like south. It's like in the bottom left corner of Vermont.
Okay. How about Montpelier? Okay. I shot a video in Montpelier once. Yeah. Montpelier High School.
Hey, we're like 2 hours away from Montpelier.
Nice. I have no idea where.
I know exactly where you're talking.
I stayed in Barrie.
Yeah,
one of the scariest nights of my life.
I'm like 40 minutes from Albany.
Okay. All right, everybody stop. Everybody stop. I said it once right there. Okay, I'll admit I said it. I don't want any collusion.
Wow, you're self-policing.
There's one. They're self-reporting.
Self-reporting. Vacate.
Yeah.
Asterisk.
I'm self-reporting.
Cheaters gonna cheat.
All right, I'm on my Ryan Day-ish right now.
Blaine.
There you go. Okay, so we only have the hook left.
Sorry. Shout out Vermont. Jeff, what's
14 minutes and only the hook left. I believe. What's going on in Vermont, though, Jeff? Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I have a follow-up story on the story you guys ran about a year ago, mid-Vermont. I remember they were banned EPA because their girls' team forfeited against another school in Vermont. And not only was that girls' basketball team banned, but their entire sports were banned from Vermont playing.
Dude, really? Like, is there an update on? Is there an update on that, or like, has anything new come to light?
Yes. So, there's a couple things. They're actually suing the VPA.
Good.
And so, hopefully, they'll win that. And there was a precedent case set like right after this happened. A case went down in Vermont where a father who was fired from his position for supporting his daughter, who came out and said, I don't want to dress in a locker room with this boy. And they fired him from his job. And then he ended up getting reinstated at his job and got paid money. And then, so now Vermont is, mid-Vermont is suing the VPA.
Good.
And because of that precedent, it looks like they might win. However, that team that they forfeited against, Long Trail, they are in the girls' state playoffs again, and they are the 1 seed with that same person on the team, and they are in the state championship.
Really?
Yes, they're in the state championship against West Rutland playing tomorrow.
Well, I hope they lose by 1,000.
I actually watched their semifinal, and the transgender girl was fouled out in the fourth quarter, and the cheers and the chanting was louder than I think anything else I heard in that game from the and this is Vermont, like Bernie Sanders, Vermont. So, you know,
first off, all 16 of y'all in Vermont need to figure it out. But the second thing is, if I got to drive up to Vermont to give a speech in front of the board, I will do that. We will do that in a split second. I hope they win the lawsuit. It's so utterly ridiculous. But shame on and not even the players, not the players. You said Long Trout?
Long Trail.
Long Trail?
Long Trail.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a short trail for how they got into the championship game. That's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Outside of the players, shame on everybody involved at Long Trail. The coaches, like, you're not winning anything. There's no merit to what you're doing. It's an embarrassment. Again, outside of the players, you should be embarrassed.
Like 6'5", like 6'5", plays like
you know what?
And just like swats everything away.
Should we dress up as the Lady Ballers and go play for the team they're playing?
Like, we really need to.
Let's need to
be the Lady Ballers.
We need to dress up as the Lady Ballers and go show up to that game.
Find out.
You may have inspired us.
Yeah.
The good thing is, I think the other team actually has a really good chance to beat them.
They got 2 guys.
Yeah.
If we win, we'd have 3.
I don't know. Maybe they do, but they actually are like the top Division 4 team like the last 3 years. And so they're a really good team. Cool part of this story from last year, that Mid-Vermont Christian boys team, which no one really knew this was happening at the time, Mid-Vermont Christian boys team played Long Trail boys in the semifinal and were losing by 15 in the fourth quarter. And they came back on like an 18-2 run and had a game-winning shot with 2 seconds left in the game.
No way.
To beat Long Trail to go to the state final. And like the Long Trail families and the Mid-Vermont families knew everything was going on. No one else in the state really knew what was going on. So like when the news came out that Mid-Vermont was going to be banned, it was kind of like, this is this cool story of like, wow, the boys team beat that other boys team to go to the state final with everything that was going on.
Maybe Long Trail was missing that 165 dude. He just happens to play on the girls team. But Jeff, thanks so much for the call, man. We're rooting for you.
Thank you, Jeff. Hey, call in next week.
Yeah,
please,
definitely.
Tell us how it went. All right, we want to hear from you next week.
Yeah, definitely. Will do.
Thank you. All right, Steven in Arkansas. Steven, what's up?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, dog?
Hey, how's it going? Yo, long time listener, first time caller.
That excites me, Steven. That excites me.
Yeah.
This is me excited.
A lot of, I'm very excited. There's a lot of stuff being talked about this week. I just couldn't wait to call in anymore. I actually had to get up to call in.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love to hear that.
First was the disrespect on mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Good, Steven. I was so excited about this call, Steven.
I think he's got personal things.
No, it's not.
Wait, can I say something though? This feels like a trap to me.
Don't let him reel you in.
This feels like did y'all collude in the chat?
Don't let him reel you in.
Is this
okay?
Steven, if you're an agent of chaos that's trying to get me to say it, it's not going to work.
We're hanging by the hook.
It's not, guys.
Wait,
well, now I
forgot his flaming. I totally forgot his flaming dragon.
Oh, you did. Yeah, he's not. It's all good. You're good. You're good.
He's not.
You're good.
Intentional. I'm always team David and Jake. No offense.
North Korean clap.
I'm glad.
North Korean clap.
I'm glad it took this long to call in.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, the second thing was your cereal take is also made. I know it's been said multiple times, but I just wanted to let you know too.
I mean, they used to burn.
What's your mom making you for lunch?
They used to burn people at the stake for takes like that.
It's Friday, so my mom made me a PB&J.
Steven. Hey,
are you a crust or no crust guy?
What? Are you an uncrustable guy?
Uncrustables? Are you kidding?
Yeah, Steven. Talk your ear, son.
Steven, why haven't we heard from you more often,
I'm telling you, man. Arkansas, I'm starting to believe, dog.
Yeah. Sam Pittman, 10-win season.
Honey Grams, by the way, are the best cereal. I love it.
Interesting take.
Said nobody ever.
Okay, all right. Anyways,
go ahead, Steven.
So I'm from Arkansas, but I guess I'm actually from Texas, but I live in Arkansas now. I'm a diehard Notre Dame fan.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? I grew up in Houston. It's weird. But anyways, I'm wondering what's it gonna take for us to get over the top? Because even last year, I was hopeful for Notre Dame football to be better than it was, but I don't think I was. I guess I'm 23, and like ever since watching it, I've never, even when they went to the championship and got absolutely smashed by Alabama, I don't think I've ever like really believed that we're like the best or we could make an actual deep run. So like, what's it gonna take for that to happen?
Here's where I'm at. And I think you guys are going to 100% agree with me on this. I feel like with Brian Kelly, Notre Dame had the coaching to win it, but didn't have enough dudes to win it. I feel like the question right now is Marcus Freeman, is he can get the dudes in there to win it, but is the coaching good enough to win it? Mm-hmm. It feels like it's been on one side or the other. The jury's still out with Marcus Freeman, and I hope he does figure it out. I like Marcus. I like the way he handles his business. I think he's a good ambassador for college football. But will the coaching match up with that? Because, again, when y'all played Bama in the Natty, y'all weren't winning that game. Science was not going to let y'all win that game, of a four-quarter game, right? It's in basketball or baseball. Now with the coaching, will it match up now that Marcus Freeman's getting the dudes in there? That's the question to me. It's got to match up on both sides.
I really do agree with that. This is such a pivotal year because you've gone and gotten the top 2 quarterbacks in the transfer portal the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So you've solved that piece of the puzzle. I don't think 8-4, 9-3 is.
It's not going to get it.
You got to make a playoff when it's been tripled in size to a 12.
And do something.
Yeah.
I think do something.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. One last thing before I go. I just want Flamin' Dragon to know he sucks at video games. Have a good day, guys.
Steven, what a call. I'm gonna get to bed.
You gotta call
quickly.
In more. Hey,
Everybody get the donuts quickly.
Call
I guess on Friday.
Week,
yeah.
See me, dog.
I guess Blaine's.
Like that at the board.
Steven, it worked.
Like that at
Steven,
the board.
it worked.
Did I finish saying it?
Like that.
You need to go back.
I don't even. You work all week. You
4th and 31. 4th and 31.
You hold the team to 4th and 31. You scrambling around in the pocket.
No, I didn't want to read bets now.
You drop 9 guys.
I didn't want to do it.
Rush 2.
I didn't want.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Did I finish saying it though? Can we run the
it.
clock back?
Oh, they're definitely not sorry.
You said it.
After last week.
Let's move on.
No, I don't
right.
want to move on. I want to talk about it, and I would like to
This is my way of getting over the collusion.
Oh,
great
bets.
week. Great week.
Bets.
I'm picking
bets.
South Dakota and Oral Roberts over 153, and then San Diego State, Drake, Dayton. In the Morehead State, UT Martin over 46.5. It's at plus 263.
And I'm taking Akron minus 8.5 and Northern Illinois minus 1.5. No thanks to Washington State or Colgate last night.
Yeah. All right, give me Central Michigan minus 10.5. And give me Toledo minus 7.5. Both those are going off at minus 110.
Ace is taking Bradley minus 10.5 and UNC Asheville minus 11.5. Those are both at minus 110. I'm like legitimately pissed. All right,
let's get some donation. Nefteek with a $5 donation. Neft. My 5-year-old son starts T-ball this year.
Yeah.
So I kindly suggest wearing high socks or iron fist require them. Love the show. Y'all are the best. I'm more of a baggy pants guy myself.
Yeah,
look, it's what type? Are we going old school? Are we going high socks, high hopes? Or are we going? Let's.
So you better be playing. If you're playing infield, okay.
Depends on what type of hair you have. If you got cabbage coming out of the back, it needs to be.
If you're second base, I feel like you should always have high socks.
I feel like outfielders should always have high socks.
Did you have your pants down to your cleats?
Oh, I was baggy. Mine was like over.
Yeah.
Almost over the back.
That's how I wanted mine to be. I liked that look more, but I was too tall, and the pants were always high.
Blaine had those MC Hammer baseball pants, like those parachute pants.
Yeah, had the hava.
He had to.
I was got a $20 donation by Flint Ironstag. Appreciate it. I've been to an Australian football match while visiting Melbourne. It was awesome and not that complicated. I'd love to hear y'all commentate.
We'll watch.
Love the show. Eggs are mid. And go Geelong Cats.
Wow.
Damn, man, I like it.
We need to check out this Australian football.
I think there's good content there, yeah, for sure. So to David Melton, $2 donation. Appreciate it, David. Hey, Flaming Dragon, say Maxim Afinijanov.
Yeah, that's
and Nikolaya Kababublian. Let's go to Charles Dotset, $10 donation. Appreciate it, Charles. Blaine is correct. Every man who still likes cereal doesn't have a wife. Marry a beautiful Hispanic lady and eat like a king. Get your crap together, lock down your 10, and be a man.
Hold on. Speaking of Hispanic lady, we got a new sound on the soundboard.
Oh.
Play it.
Yeah, look at this. Never had it.
Let's go to Timothy from GB, $3 donation. Hashtag we're back on Wisconsin.
Yeah, they needed it.
Smoking that Purdue pack next.
Yeah, y'all about to get smoked. Y'all are smoking that Rutgers pack, which is basically just like the Czech Cola version of Black and Mild.
All right, Ryan Gade, $5 donation. You cannot believe how much happiness a Braves fan can bring by leaving the room. Hashtag 20 days, $5 donation from David's best friend, the Humping Badger. Got a great idea for an undercard, me versus Cone. I'll knock him out in the first 3 minutes of the first round.
Talking about what I do
End it with
free.
the poll today. Who wins, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul?
Iron Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, 83%.
I'm going to go Mike Tyson, 82%.
All right, it's Mike Tyson, 85.
Wow, they came through.
And quickly, $2 donation from Heartbroken Hog. Jake is about as clutch as Dak. Sasha with the $2 donation. Congratulations, Flaming Dragon. Thank you all. The ball never lies. Ball never lies.
Yeah, but the clock does.
$5 donation from Chase Mills. Busy week. We just wanted to say keep it up, fellas. Y'all are the GOATs. Also put a 50 piece on Garrett Cole to win the AL Cy Young yesterday.
I wonder if they're going to bet down Mike Tyson.
Yeah, son.
I wonder if I need to hop on that while I can get it.
Plus 300.
It is. We'll see. BetOnline.ag. Promo code Booster. Who'd have thought? All right, we appreciate you guys. Shout out to our sponsors, Raycon, Zbiotics, the drink you drink before you drink. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And like this week in the college basketball regular season, we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Flaming Dragon overs, baby.
Burn me.